Hey, I'm BJ. I've got our brand new 200cc Denali on-road, off-road trail bike here. You're going to get lots of enjoyment out of this. You'll be able to go off-road anywhere you want to go, and on-road, that's what's real nice about it. This is the only one that we sell because the quality of it is just superb. It comes out of one of our own factories. I'm going to show you around the bike and show you all the features. All right, over here on the left-hand side of our handlebars, you've got your clutch lever, large size mirrors on both sides, your high beam and low beam light. You just switch it right there to high beam, right there to low beam. You got your turn signal switch here. Just switch your turn signals on. Whenever you do, it's going to beep, it's going to flash. Your turn signal indicator is going to flash too. To turn it off, you just push the button in. You got the large size turn signals on both sides of the front where people's really going to be able to see if you're turning. And they're also built into the body on the back of the bike too. Really going to be visible and safe out there while you're riding this on the road. You've also got a horn here. Got a pretty loud horn if you need somebody to get out of the way. And you know, even though this is a 200cc, it's got a ton of power and it'll fly down the road or the trail, whichever one you want to ride it on. Up here, your dash, it's fairly simple. You got your mile per hour. Right here is your mileage indicator, and then you got a trip indicator down here on the very bottom. To reset it, you just turn the dial right there to set it back to 0. It's fairly simple, nothing to break. You've also got a neutral light here. You can see it's in neutral before you crank it. That's your high beam light. I've got the high beams on now. As you can see, the headlight's real bright, which the lights are on in here. You really can't see it all that good. But you've got a lot of light to ride out there in the woods or on the road too. You're going to be seen. Over here on the right hand side, this here is your front brake, and the front brake on this thing is a disc brake too, so it really stops good. And you got a disc brake on the rear. Your on and off switch, it's in the off position right now. To crank it, make sure that it's turned down right there like that for it to crank. If it's not, it won't crank. And you've also got your light switch to turn your lights on and off. And then down here is your starter button. If you want to start this up with your electric start, you just pull your brake, hit the button, it starts right up. As you can see, it's a real quiet running bike too. And you've also got the option, you got a kick starter over here on the right hand side, so you can kick start it if your battery was to die. You've also got a steel gas tank on this. It's not a plastic gas tank. It's got a lockable gas cap. I'll go back up here to the front of the bike. You got your anodized forks, that's real nice. And then you got the large size knobby 21-inch front tire on it. Really makes it ride smoothly. Over here on this side of the bike, you got your gear shifter right there, foot peg. You've also got a foot peg back here for a second rider. This bike is real comfortable. As you can see the way the seat's made, the seat's real comfortable for the second rider and the rider. You also got a, your hand grip right here for your second rider too, to hold on real good, and you can tie something on the back of this carrying rack, pretty easily. It's a chain drive with a heavy duty swing arm on the back. Got a large size fender. This is your tag plate here. If you decide to tag this bike, you don't have to tag it. You can always ride it as a, off-road if you want to ride it as an off-road always. Then over here on this side, as you can see, it's fairly simple, real basic. You got your carburetor right here. If you want to adjust your idle, you adjust your idle right here on your carburetor by turning it clockwise. Will idle it up. Turning it the other way will idle it down. To check your oil, you just pull your oil out, your dipstick out right here. Check it, make sure it's always full of oil before you begin riding. That's what I highly recommend. And then you got a foot brake here for your rear brake. And that's basically it. As you can see, this bike is built real basic, real simple. I really like that because there's not a whole lot to tear up. We've got any type of part that you would ever need for it, but with it being so simple and so basic, it's something that, just about anybody can fix. It's mechanically inclined, or you can find anyone to fix it if it ever did tear up. And you've got a real good warranty on this bike too. Check the warranty section to look at the warranty that this comes with. This is basically one of the best on-road, off-road bikes that you're going to find out there on the market on the net. And if you compare it to the major name brands, you can see that you're getting a whole lot, you know, in this bike for what you're paying for it. You're paying a whole lot less, and you're getting a lot here whenever you buy this. So remember that you've seen it here first, and that we get you where you want to go.